What is up, my special bean brothers and sisters? We're back at it again with another figure review. This time we're going to be reviewing Android 16, the new color edition, the premium color edition, I should say. I finally got him. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to get him, and some of you guys might get him on the premium Bandai site. So I hope you guys are able to go ahead and cop him. But enough talk, let's get him out of the box and let's see what's inside. Two's a crowd, freeze a party coming, move around like first rush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down, enjoy the ride. Okay guys, and here we finally have Android 16 finally out of the box and onto the rotating stand. And all I can say is that he looks really good. You can see the blacks look really good with the green. And the red right there on the top of his head really looks good. The only complaint that I can say from this is that on the red ribbon army right there on his chest, you can kind of see right there. I'll show it a lot better once we get into the close-up, but it's kind of scuffed, so I kind of didn't really care for that. But other than that, his articulation is basically the same. So we're going to run through this pretty quick. And I will say that I never had the first Android 16, so this is a really big deal for me, and I can't wait to pose them next to Android 17 and 18. I really want to see how the articulation is in the back and where his armor connects, and I just want to see how that goes because I've never had my own 16. So this is going to be kind of a pretty nice review right here. So let's just go ahead, take him, Android 16, off of the rotating stand, and let's get into the articulation. So first things first, everybody knows we start from head to toe. So he's going to be able to look up probably about that much, and then probably down about this much before he starts before his chin actually starts hitting this. He can look side to side, and then his head, or I should say his neck, kind of tilts left and right like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, as far as these back pieces, I really want to see how they really did this. So these are on ball pegs right here, as you can see, and they kind of move independent. I thought it was just one whole piece, but they move independent, as you can see right there. So he's able to get a good amount of range and motion like this. Goes up about that much. So as you can see, you can move these up and down. That's really nice. Moving on down to the shoulders, I never liked this gap right here. Not a gap, it's kind of the plastic left over his shoulder that kind of proceeds into his bicep. That was never really a selling point for me, but it was what all the old SH Figuarts had in the beginning. So he's able to lift the shoulder up. Oops. He's able to lift the shoulder up this much. Goes in and out, but it uses the old method. Everybody knows the articulation from the first 16. I don't. So his elbow's going to go in about this much before some give. 360 all the way around with his wrist, and they come in and out. So that's pretty cool right there. Next is his upper part torso. So he's going to go in about this much before you start to feel some resistance. So he has this bottom part right here also that allows him to kind of get some range of motion. Not really. You're able to twist it, so that's really cool right there. And then, as you know, these skirt pieces, they go out like that, so that's really nice. Oh yeah, and the top diaphragm can kind of go side to side, and if he goes up and down, he can kind of go side to side, so that's really cool. Right here, starting from the legs, he can move up about this much, but everybody knows this is the old method, so it's going to use the drop down knees
or the drop down legs right there. I'm not really too keen on that. Goes out about this much. Let's see how far up. Well, he can kick up pretty good. That's pretty good right there. It's nice. And then able to bend his knees about this much. Nice design on the knee. I still like that. And then no boot swivel right here. And then he's able to move. Mine's pretty stiff. And then about this much. Not really. And then the toe articulation right there. And that's going to be it for the articulation on my boy 16. Also, I want to kind of mention that before we get into the accessories, he does have his blasters that come out right here on the forearm. And I'll go ahead and showcase that right now. Let me see. There you go. So you can kind of, or I say kind of when you can. So you can pop that off. So that way it reveals his blaster right there. So that's nice. And then on the inside, it shows this. So that's really cool. And then they just pop into place. Nothing too crazy. If I can get it in, that is. Okay. There you go. They just kind of snap in. They're not going anywhere. And that's going to be it for the the articulation 416. So let's go ahead and see what accessories he comes with. He doesn't really come with much, but we'll get into that. Let's get it. Now that we got 16 chilling in the back, don't mind this Jolteon that's stuck in the Pokeball. That was from actually my last video right here. As you can see, nice little Jolteon just chilling in the capsule. That's how we do. All right, let's get back to 16. So everybody knows that we start from the headpieces. So this right here, he just has this kind of smirking face while looking straight, as you can see. Let me see if I can go ahead and zoom in a little bit. His eyes are nice and blue, but you can kind of see that the outline of his eyes right there underneath his eyelids, they're kind of almost the same color as his eyebrows, like brown instead of like the actual black. But I like how they put that black mark right there next to his smirk, so that way you could see it really good. And then you have the earring as well, and then you could swap the headpieces out as well as with the hair piece. So that's really dope. Next one, we have this more kind of animated yelling face right here, and same thing with the underline and the eyebrow color. They're all just like brown. Same thing, same color. And he has both earrings on, so that looks really good. And then the last headpiece that we get is when he gets, I'm pretty sure he gets his, correct me if I'm wrong, his head blown from semi-perfect cell when he's in his second form. I'm pretty sure. He gets his head blown off right there, revealing all the inner mechanics of his head. And this piece can't come off. So that's all that we get. And the pair of hands. There's only one pair of hands that we get, and they're the grab hands. And that's going to be it for the accessories, guys. I'm going to go ahead and give my final thoughts on 16, and I'll put as much as accessories as I can on them. And here we have 16 with as much as accessories as I can put on him. As you can see, he's doing his signature famous move, which is called, I'm pretty sure it's called the Hell Flash, that he does, especially in the game. I don't think he really actually says it in the anime, but I wanted to get him in this signature pose just so that way you guys can see how he stacks up with his arms right there, that are right there underneath his shoulders. So overall, this figure is really good. I really do like the mechanics that still kind of hold up. The only mechanic that I like about this whole thing with the articulation is the armor pieces right there in the back. Everything else is kind of outdated, but then again, it's just a exclusive as far as the paint. And actually, now that I got him right here rotating, I'm actually going to let him stack up against 17 and 18 because they were color event exclusives as well. So let's go ahead and get that on. Okay guys, now I have all 3 event exclusives right here, all of them in their, not in their proper colors, but in their premium color edition. So they look really good standing up next to each other. And it's funny because I've never had the original 17 and 18. These were from the ones I think last year, no 2 years ago. This was from the one, I'm pretty sure, like 2 years ago that I got from the Android 17 and 18. So I'm finally glad that I got to really complete the whole Android 16, 17, and 18. Now I'm just waiting for is 19 and 20. Go ahead and bust them bad boys out because I can't wait till I get them. Alright guys, that's going to conclude this video on Android 16's event exclusive, the premium color edition. Let me know in the comment section below if it's going to be a pass or grab. Major Piccolo shout out to everybody supporting since day one. And like I've said, the channel is lazy, but the movement ain't.
Burn for blind's the night.